Hi, it's Candy. Welcome to The Art of Planning, where we plan pretty, on purpose, and powerful. And sometimes we just plan fun. And that's what we're going to do today. We're just going to plan fun. I am going to show you my new, my mind went blank. I'm going to show you my new Vintage Aurora in the color red, and I'm going to show you how I did the insides for it to get it ready to go for a new planner. Now, the planner itself is not exactly new. It was released the end of 2017. This is the red color, and it has been really fun. This is the first time that I have used it, and I'm using it. I'm really excited with what I've got ready to go on the inside. It seems like a lot of times the color red, I don't think of using it except at holiday time. So I'm going to show you the way that I have used it to integrate it right now. This is the set that I have used. It is Cowboy Country. It's from Cartabella, and I did use the whole set of it, as I do so much whenever I do a new binder. I used the 12 by 12, I used the 6 by 6, there was a little frame set, there was an ephemera pack. I did not use any washi. There wasn't washi whenever I bought the set. But I used everything else pretty much like I always do, okay? So I'm going to show you what we have gotten done. I love this binder, and I love this group of papers I worked with, okay? So I'm going to show you without the planning pieces inside it. I'm just going to show you the set that I put together. This binder has 1.5 inch rings, which I adore. And I just love the color and everything. It's so fun. Now, if you've watched before, you know that I love to fill the pockets over here with just fun things. I like the binder to be happy. And I like the binder to be happy. It's something we can look at every day, and no matter what else is going on, it can make us happy. And you can just do a multitude of things right here. I used scraps and added ephemera. I die cut some pieces. Usually this ends up being leftovers. I do everything else I need to do, and then I take what's left over and I make my little pocket cards. So this was actually a new die that I got. It's kind of a squatty one, and I love it. It's so much fun. So I did this little tag, double-sided. I pretty much do everything double-sided these days. I like the quality and the way it feels and sounds. So this was just a double die. This is that Tim Holtz heart, little scratchy die. Just added a little piece from ephemera. And then I loved mixing the burlap or the twines with this little, I can't even think of what you call it, but something real refined and rusty with some glittery fancy stuff. I really had fun mixing those different textiles. So that little guy goes there. Again, just scraps. Here is just a scrap. And then I just put a piece that was from the ephemera pack right here. When you do these cards, for the most part, all people are going to see is the very top part. So you don't have to use up a bunch of good stuff there. Does that sound weird? But you don't. In this card down here for this pocket, all you need to really make sure that anybody sees is this little part right there, and then make this very top cute. So, I mean, you can really be strategic. Another little squatty tag that I made double-sided, front and back. This one's fun. Here, and see, this actually goes down. I skip a pocket right here. This went down so you could see this fun part. So that's how I did in these. And then I put a tag or a bookmarker or a page finder right here in the top part, where you'd have another kind of a semi-large pocket. So you can just have so much fun with these guys up here. I love that one too. I mean, I just had fun with this set. Now, on a little more kind of serious note, the Cowboy Country from Cartabella is more of a fun tribute to cowboys and Indians in a throwback time, and I love all these colors. But I will tell you, where I live, the cowboying that's done out here is serious work. It's serious and it's hard and it's long days. And I will say hats off to any of you anywhere that do this business, because it is a big business, very professional. And I wanted to pay tribute to that, as well as the country, this series, and the way that it's presented and the way that I love the colors. But to you professional cowboys, hats off, because that's a big, important business that I want to pay tribute to. This, again, just a piece that fits in this great big pocket. And then when I need to put away something to carry with me, I will tuck it behind any papers that I have used for pretty. So that allows it to be very functional. It allows it to stay in place better. And it still allows me to see this pretty part of it. Okay? Now, the Auroras also come with page turners. Yay, yay. We love that. Okay. So you're going to see a group of page dividers, and you're going to see a group of page markers. And I'm not going to show this with the planner yet. I just want to show you the fun stuff first, okay? So what you're going to see first is the page dividers. This itself, I can't even take credit for. This was one of the 12 by 12 pages that came in the set. This was so gorgeous that I just decided the part of the design that I wanted to use, and then I cut it out. I trimmed it out according to the size of the page that fits in here, and then I just backed it with another design that was in the group, and then I just used that whole one as one of my page dividers. These were put together so well and done so wonderfully. So I just used two back to back, and that'll be one of my page dividers. I use my page dividers for the most part in front of the month as monthly divider. In this also I did a lot of antiquing on edges. Some is very noticeable, some is not. Okay, so there's one of them. This one is one, though, that I did do a lot with. Okay, so this one shows this way. This red ticking was my base. This is another one of the papers, which I used. This little border right here, I die cut. This is in the ephemera. It says, "Welcome to the Wild Wild West." This Old West Cowboy and Indians was a large card that came out of a 12 by 12 sheet. This is a tan doily. So that was a real fun page to put together. So many things coordinated. I loved the way that turned out. And then over here, it says "Under the Big Sky." So I used a border piece here, and then I used several dies on top of each other with different sizes, and then the little "Under the Big Sky" came from the sticker page that was with this set. So there's another page turner. This was a whole page full. It looked like an old-time newspaper. So it was a 12 by 12 sheet of newspaper, which I loved working with. And then on top of that was like a reward, a little reward wanted type tag. And then here's another little tag. I just backed those with some brown paper to kind of make them stand out off the page a little more, and then with some of these little stars. So that's the front side of the page divider, and then here's the back side of it. This was another sheet of the paper, which was really a fun sheet. I just put a little pocket on that. There was also a sheet that had a map, kind of the Old West. So I used that, built that as a pocket right here. Used that same map in another way. Used that as a tag, front and back. Put a little, one of these little tassels on it. I'd never used one like that, but I love that. So I used that, that'll stick in there. And then this is another tag that says "Wanted." And that sticks right there also. Okay, and on this side of this page divider, this was just a big red and tan sheet of kind of a doily type material. Again, I found it the piece that I wanted. I cut out this size from that design, used that as my base, and then I just found some stickers, some ephemera pieces. I cut out some other sheets. I did use some die cuts for the stars. I tried to take that stars and use it as an accent piece throughout. And that's the front side, and over here is the back side, which says boots, hats, and cowboy chaps. And then down here in the corner it says giddy up girlfriend. I did use some doilies throughout, tried to, you know, use aged and have them be kind of fun and that type of thing. Over here, this is the Indian part of it. And again, just did some layering and some layering and some more layering. And that either came from sheets of the set, or it came from the ephemera pack. So if it's larger, it probably came from a sheet of the set. If it's smaller, it was probably from the ephemera. And then these arrows were die cuts. And then on the back, all of these things just refer to Stagecoach. So all of those were ephemera things. And then if I wanted to highlight them, or if they have a background or whatever, those were die cuts, or sometimes they were punches. This was a great big punch. This kind of yellowish die cut piece was not a die cut. It was a punch, a great big punch that I put down first, and then the wagon wheels go rolling over plains. I put that on top of that punch, okay? And then, so that was front and back for this one. I really got into this when I was doing it, but it did take me a little longer than I probably should have spent. And then here's the last one, and it was all kind of Dude Ranch themed. This group was so fun to work with because I love the colors. So I used a lot of the ephemera on this and just tried to tie it all together so that it was kind of fun. And then back here, kind of the same thing, where it tied to a Dude Ranch and getting ready to go to a Dude Ranch and having all your fun stuff together for a Dude Ranch. So that's where that was too. Okay? So front and back, those were my page dividers. So I ended up doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 page dividers. Okay, now for my page markers, I did those, and I've done this several times. I just like doing this particular one. I need to branch off and find some more. I'm kind of in a no-buy zone right now just because I don't want to move anything else. So I've been using this page marker. These are actually 2. The front one is one, and the back one is another, which lets me make so easy, because they just fit together perfectly. It lets me make a pocket. It lets me make a pocket. So it just works so easily. So I just cut out my fronts with this V, my back, which just has the top part of the pocket, and then I just decorate it however I want to. Again, I went too far with these. It was a little more time consuming than it should have been, but I had so much fun with the prints and with the color choices and all of that. So I did decorate front and back on most of them. And I used a combination of the ephemera pack, of die cuts that I had, and then of the textiles, the little ribbon things. Okay, so this was more the, I don't know, the flowers and the florals and the bow and that type of thing. And, you know, there's plenty of that in this kind of a design with the doilies and with this little floral and with the ticking, which, speaking of the ticking, you know, here's some of that together. The little flowers and then the red and cream ticking right there. And there's that Old West again. And then this was a little tag, and I put some of this eyelash trim in that. I love mixing the eyelash trim with the burlap and twine. And then the back of that is a little more masculine even, with the stripe and the Howdy Partner and the US. Okay, here is this print again, which I love, and it's on plain teal paper. And then I just did a couple little feathers and stuck out of that. I will be using the pockets though for something more necessary as I get into this, okay? And then back here it says, all things are possible with coffee and cowboy boots. And this little tag actually says no boot scooting, and I just X'd out the no. Here's another one that says special delivery out west. And you'll notice, I think you'll start to notice some of the prints repeated. And so this print was like 1, 2, ephemera, a little doily, stars. So many of them are repeats to tie things together. And there's another repeat that was used. This piece of paper, just tried to use it in different ways. So, wow, this was so versatile. Maybe that's why I had so much fun using it. Here's another one. Page marker / pocket. There's the back on it. So this is actually a double pocket right here. I mean, why not? If you can, why not? I did some things different with this that I've never done before. Just kind of had fun with it. And then here's another one. Again, pocket. And then here's another, I don't know, bookmark, page marker, whatever you want it to be. Flip it over, and here's your back. So here are the page markers. And then here and back, I just put some different things in here. This could be used a number of different ways. You could do tons of things back here. I chose to just put a big piece of paper in the top half, have that in the back. And then I chose also to just do a lot of page markers and use them down here. I may change my mind. No, I'm not going to change my mind because the things are put up and I'm at the point where I'm ready to start going. I'm not going to change my mind anymore. What I will show you right now is the inside. The planner that I will be using with this is, what is it? Blooms. The Blooms from Franklin Planner. Serenity, is that it? Yeah, Serenity, and it's the classic size, and that's the planner that I will be using in that. So there's April. Yes, I know I should have this done and be in it, but I do have another working one right now, so it wasn't a huge rush to get this done or shown. And as I'm putting this in to kind of show you, I will just say, love your comments, share your comments, ask any questions. That's where we talk to each other, is in the comments. And, you know, the old thumbs up, the share button, send any friends that you think might like this. And you guys know how much I appreciate you and your comments and you even watching, because time is always precious. So the time you spend watching is important, and I appreciate it so very much. Hugs to you all, and I will see you soon. Thanks, guys. Bye.